independents and folks on the right. You're trying to tell me they think this is a serious matter that requires our time and attention? John Edwards, did he do time? Gary Hart, did he do time? Bill Clinton, they said he got loose in the Oval Office. I heard libertarians losing their damn mind. It was in the Oval Office. Oh my God. Oh my God. Remember that? But he in court instead of being on the campaign trail. You don't think people see through that? They do.
Is Stephen A. Smith losing his black card? And by that, his invitation to the cookout? Stephen A. Smith getting a whole lot of smoke, a whole lot of pushback, and a couple of hammers from the Democrats who says, well, Stephen A. Smith, you talking too much. Are you currently now, you're going on Fox News, you're going on the right news, and you talking a whole lot of smack, Stephen A. Smith. We just may not let you come back to the barbecue. We just may not let you come to the cookout because you's making a whole lot of noise, and we don't like that. Hello, friend. Welcome to The Conservative Poet. I'm Amania. Here on this channel, I make reaction videos, political content, throw a little bit of comedy, some parody in there to make you laugh a little at the crazy that we're seeing in the society. So if that's something that you are interested in, then you have found the right place for some news, some politics, and a tickle at your funny bone. And maybe a hammer too. So, friends, Stephen A. Smith is making the rounds and he's having conversations. He had a conversation recently with Charlemagne the God that I covered here on this channel. I'll link it somewhere. And he also recently did a video with Byron Donalds, Congressman Donalds. And I haven't covered that yet, but I wanted to cover this one first. And so Stephen is saying some things that the left and the far left just don't like. So we've got people like all of the Democrat talking heads, all of those race baiters, what's his name? The short bubbly one. What's his name again? Oh my God, how can I forget his name? Roly-poly Roland Martin. Hard to forget that, right? But any event. So Roland Martin comes out and, he's criticizing Stephen A. Smith. And you would think that Stephen was saying some things that weren't true. You would think that he was saying some things that were not were not the case. But unfortunately, the things that he's been saying is definitely has the ring of truth to it. And so they don't like that. So you've got the Democrat influencers on TikTok out here making a spectacle. I have not been possessed, friend. Just expressing some things here. So we have a whole lot of people out here talking crazy because Stephen A. Smith is actually stating some facts and some truth. And so we're going to react to Stephen and his reaction to everybody criticizing him. Let's go. Hello, fellow patriots. Thank you so much for your support. And again, you can do so by purchasing products from the Orlando Patriots, mugs, t-shirts, all of your patriotic gear. We are in an election year, so we need to show the world that we support our candidates, especially President Trump. So get some gear at theorlandopatriot.com and you'll get 30% off. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. I'll see you there.
Welcome back to the Stephen A. Smith Show right here over the digital airwaves of YouTube. Let me move on to some of you annoying asses and just get this out the way. And obviously, I'm talking about Donald Trump. I was a guest on Fox News' Sean Hannity show last night to discuss the upcoming election, the trial, and Trump. Some people weren't happy about what I had to say. Take a listen. But I got to tell you something. As much as people may have been abhorred by Donald Trump's statement weeks ago, talking about how black folks, he's hearing that black folks find him relatable because what he's going through is similar to what black Americans have gone through. He wasn't lying. He was telling the truth. When you see the law enforcement, the court system, and everything else being exercised against him, it is something that black folks throughout this nation can relate to with some of our historic, iconic figures. We've seen that happen throughout society. So no matter what race, what ethnicity you may emanate from, we relate to you when you're suffering like that because we know we have. And that's what he articulated.
Okay. So the way Stephen A. Smith is presenting this is that, okay, Donald Trump and black folks, black men in particular, has had problems with the law, right? They've had a whole lot of problems with the law. Not because they are not breaking the law, now, not all of them, but a good amount of them, not because they're not breaking the law, but they are breaking the law. Donald Trump has not broken the law. So, but I get what he is saying that, people are seeing it, especially a lot of black folks are seeing it like, yo, Donald Trump is really being persecuted here. We know what that feels like. The law is always after us, guilty or not guilty, some. But the law is always after us. And they're seeing it in full circle right now. They're seeing it at up and close and personal how the law is coming after an innocent man, and they're like, well, why is it that you're pounding on this man? So they seem to understand that. And so I think that's where Stephen A. Smith is trying to explain that. But the way he's putting it, um it's lacking some things for me. It's lacking some things because, again, Donald J. Trump is innocent of these bogus charges. But we do understand that he is being persecuted, and a lot of black folks feel like they have been persecuted, and so that they can relate to Donald Trump and what's happening here. And from that, he will be able to take some of the black vote away from Democrats and Joe Biden, because they are seeing that, okay, yeah, you know what? Maybe Trump is not so bad at all. Maybe he is not as bad as they say. Maybe, just maybe, all of this stuff is made up, against him. Maybe
Say
just
people
maybe.
were in a tizzy over that. And why were they in a tizzy over that exactly? Because it's being portrayed and misconstrued that I'm saying that Trump's plight relates to black people. Well, it's easy to take things out of context, which is why I love having my own platform, so I can remedy and correct some of the foolhardiness that's put out there. First things first, Sean Hannity asked me the question about Trump gaining traction with the black vote, and how whether it's a couple of points or 3 points or 4 points, that it could end up tilting the election in his favor that's upcoming this November. Yes, he's the presumptive GOP nominee. Yes, he's on trial for a hush money case to a porn star. Yes, he recently lost a civil suit for $454 million, where he had to pay about $175 million or something like that up front, okay? Yes, the man has had 4 indictments against him, 91 counts against him. Still running, though. Still a presumptive GOP nominee, though. And by the way, as I pointed out, has gained traction and is ahead of the incumbent President Joe Biden in at least 5 polls. Not all of the polls, but at least 5 polls have Trump ahead.
Just so we are clear, Stephen A. Smith has a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome. He is really upset here, not because he's really seen the light in reference to, Trump's policies and, those kinds of things. What he's really upset about is that the Democrats just don't have a good plan to take Trump out. So he's laying out all of the bad stuff that is happening to Trump right now. But his whole thing is, look at all these bad things happening to him, and you still can't beat him. You still can't do better. And that's what's really ticking him off. He's got a very, very bad case of Trump derangement syndrome. Want to make that
I'm
very
no
clear.
contributor to Fox News. I show up on all the networks. I was on Real Time with Bill Maher on HBO. I'm sorry, I ain't hear nothing about that. I've repeatedly said, I think Trump will cause civil war in this country. I can't vote for the brother. Y'all just going to ignore that. Why am I bringing all of this stuff up? Because the second black folks find somebody from our community that doesn't march 100% lockstep with one another, they a sellout. They this, they that. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. This is getting ridiculous. Okay?
Oh, my. Stephen A. Smith, you getting dangerously close to really not being invited to the cookout. For real. Because people really going to turn on you because you doing what? You telling people to shut the who up. What? Stephen A? No, definitely. You're not going to be invited to the cookout.
Trump is winning. Y'all just gonna stand still? I'm wrong when I sit up there and I say, yo, Democrats, all you got is the soon to be 82-year-old incumbent. You didn't have anything in the bullpen. I'm wrong for bringing that up. I'm wrong for bringing up why the hell you had Gavin Newsom on Fox News looking like he's running for president instead of Joe Biden being the president or Kamala Harris being the vice president. I'm wrong for bringing that up.
Stephen, baby, you are not wrong. Donald Trump is definitely winning. And you're not wrong either when you say they were prancing Gavin Newsom around. Here's Gavin, who we still don't know if they may not put old Joe Biden down and bring him in. So he may have been making those rounds for specific reasons. We don't know it just yet. The Democrats haven't decided just yet because we all know that 82-year-old Joe Biden just ain't gonna be the guy, right? He just can't be the guy. So they're going to figure out how to slip old Gavin Newsom in there and give old Kamala Harris the hatchet. Trump is winning. You're right.
I'm wrong for bringing up when I went off about Kamala Harris, our vice president, our HBCU grad from Howard University, a black woman, highly intelligent, former attorney general in the city of San Francisco, former attorney general in the state of California. I was wrong for bringing up how she was wrong to avoid getting into it with then presidential candidate Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, when he wanted to debate her on the good parts of slavery. I was wrong. I was wrong about that. I was wrong to say that's a fight she should have embraced.
Come on, Stephen A. Now you know cackling Kamala is not brilliant. Like, how do you even say Kamala Harris and brilliant in the same sentence? It's just not so, friend. It's just not so. And you're absolutely right. She could not take on Governor Ron DeSantis. She don't even have the chops. Like, how did she ever get to where she's been? Oh, I get it. Affirmative action is how Kamala Harris got to the top. Not because of her brains, not because of her conversation, not because of anything else, but probably what's between her tatas, what's between her poo-poops, what's between her thighs, her coochie. That's how she got to where she's got to go. Because surely it ain't about her brains, because the affirmative action VP Harris has no smoke for anybody, okay? She's just a laughing stock, a joke. And how dare you say she's brilliant? Come on, Stephen. Come on, man.
When y'all gonna wake up? I'm wrong when I'm pointing out how black folks for the first time are talking about the borders being flooded, how illegal immigration ultimately negatively affects us. I'm wrong. I'm wrong in pointing out how xenophobia, homophobia, transphobia has all of a sudden become bigger issues than racism in this country. I mean, damn. How much proof do you need? When I brought up the economy, they say the economy is good. They say the economy is flourishing. You trying to tell me you black and you disagree with me when I say to us, we don't want to hear about the numbers. Oh, the labor participation rate is good. Oh, unemployment is good. Oh, the economy is okay. If gas prices are damn near double what it used to be, if the price of bread, milk, cheese, and eggs and everything in between is double what it used to be, but we ain't getting raises at work. You trying to tell me I was wrong for bringing that up?
So he is recognizing that some of these issues have become more important than the almighty race issue. So the LGBTQ X, Y, and Z has taken over the race issues. You know, the woke stuff, the transgender this, transgender that, men turning into women, women turning into men, all that stuff, all that crazy woke stuff. Yeah, those talks is more important than the race issue. And so those are the things that's really upsetting him, you know, and that they seem to be putting black folks to the back of the line when it comes to all of these woke topics. And again, this race situation is also part of the woke topic, but all the other woke has taken over the race issue. That's what's really pissing him off. So he is recognizing.
You trying to tell me I'm wrong when you sitting up there and you talking about and subjects like immigrants in New York City getting $53 million prepaid credit cards to subsidize their existence in this country, and I'm pointing out how that was never done for black people? I'm wrong? I'm wrong? That's where we really want to go? That's what game we playing? I ain't talking politics. I'm talking life. I don't give a damn that I'm inundated with sports all day, every day. I'm a human being. I'm a black man. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. You don't see this shit happening? I'm supposed to just sit idly by and say nothing? The hell with me talking. Why ain't you talking? Why ain't you screaming to the high heavens? Why aren't you telling liberals on the left, yo, you need to stop with the extreme leftist stuff on the fringes with all of that woke stuff? What sex you are, whether you a male or a female, whether you can be a male but call yourself a female and get to compete against women or girls in various sports. You want those issues to be more prevalent than the stuff going on in our community that directly affects our lives as opposed to less than 1% of the damn population? What you doing? How come you ain't doing it? How come you ain't raising holy hell? How come you not trying to tell me I'm wrong when you sitting up there and you talking about and subjects
why aren't
like
you
immigrants
doing it,
in New York
Martin?
City getting $53 million prepaid credit cards
why aren't
to subsidize their existence in this country? And I'm pointing out how that was never done for black people. I'm wrong?
Benjamin Crump.
I'm wrong?
Why aren't you out here?
That's where we really want to go.
Leaders. Why aren't
That's
you
what game we playing?
When all
I ain't talking politics. I'm talking life.
Affecting the black people.
I don't give a damn that I'm inundated with sports all day, every day. I'm a human being. I'm a black man. I'm a citizen of the United States of America.
Because he's
you don't see this shit happening?
Calling it out, and he's saying something to the
I'm supposed to just sit idly by and say nothing?
Y'all need to do better for black folks.
The hell with me talking? Why ain't you talking? Why ain't you screaming to the high heavens?
Because it's
why ain't you telling liberals on the left, yo, you need to stop with the extreme leftist stuff on the fringes with all of that woke stuff?
Why aren't you out
what
here
sex you are, whether you a male or a female, whether you can be a male but call yourself a female and get to compete against women or girls in various sports? You want those issues to be more prevalent than the stuff going on in our community that directly affects our lives as opposed to less than 1% of the damn population?
Just pushing the race.
What you doing?
Pushing the race hustle.
How come you ain't doing it? How come you ain't raising holy hell? How come you not speaking up? You trying to tell me I'm wrong when you sitting up there and you talking about and subjects like immigrants in New York City getting $53 million prepaid credit cards
doing better because they've got
to subsidize
other
their
priorities.
existence
They've
in this
got those
country.
illegals,
And I'm
right
pointing
there.
out
They've
how
got those
that was never
illegals.
done for
They're
black
giving
people.
them
I'm
all this
wrong.
money. They're giving them shelters
I'm
while the
wrong.
black folks can't even
That's
pay
where we
their
really
rent.
want to go.
They're giving them hotels in New York
That's what
City
game we
while the
playing.
black folks probably ain't never
I ain't
stayed in
talking
a hotel
politics.
in New
I'm
York
talking
City.
life.
You feel what I'm laying down?
I don't give a damn that I'm inundated with sports
All
all
of
day,
this
every
stuff.
day. I'm a human
Prepaid
being.
cards,
I'm a black
all
man.
that.
I'm a
Baby
citizen of the
cameras,
United
food,
States of
everything they
America.
need, lawyers, everything that these
You don't see
illegal
this shit happening?
They giving it to them. Why? Because
I'm supposed to just sit idly
hate
by
to
and
tell
say
it to your
nothing?
friend, it's because they trying to replace
The
you,
hell
black
with me
folks.
talking.
They
Why
trying
ain't
to
you
replace
talking?
you, black folks.
Why ain't
You
you
may not
screaming
see
to the
it,
high
but
heavens?
Stephen A. sees it, and
Why
he's
ain't you
calling it
telling
out.
liberals
But
on the
Jesse
left,
Jackson-
yo,
Jesse
you need
Jackson
to
won't call it
stop
out.
with the extreme
Ruler named
leftist
Martin
stuff
won't
on the
call it out.
fridges with all of that woke
All
stuff?
of the rest of race hustlers ain't gonna
What
call it
sex
out,
you are,
because
whether you
guess
a
what?
male or a
Because
female,
they
whether
stay in
you
line
can
with the
be
Democrat
a
Party. And I
male
hate to
but
tell it
call
to you,
yourself
Stephen
a
A.,
female and get to
these
compete
people might be
against
coming to
women
cancel
or
you soon.
girls in various
They might
sports.
just be
You
coming
want
to
those
cancel you
issues
because what you saying
to be more
is
prevalent
not
than the
what they
stuff
wanna be
going on in our
talking
community that
You saying a
directly
whole lot,
affects
and they just might be
our
coming
lives
for you.
as
Just so
opposed to
you
less
know.
than 1% of the
Hope you
damn
have some guts.
population?
I hope you have some balls.
What you
I hope
doing?
you're not a simp.
How come
and
you ain't
stand
doing
up
it?
in the face
How
of-
come
of
you ain't
all of them when they
raising
come?
holy
It seems
hell?
to me like
How come you
got
not
it.
speaking
I
up?
hope you don't
You trying to
track
tell
this
me I'm
back. I
wrong
hope you
when
don't
you
track
sitting
this
up there and you
conversation
talking
back.
about and
'Cause you
subjects
standing up strong.
like
I hope they don't
immigrants
come for
in
you,
New York
and then you
City
change your
get
mind about all
$53
this.
million
'Cause that'd
prepaid
be too
credit
sad.
cards
It'd be too sad if you did that.
to
It'd be too
subsidize
sad.
their existence in this. And by the way, to get specific, when I brought up Trump and whatever relation he has with black folks, the question that was asked to me was the supporters of Trump. Why are they doing so? I said black folks want to be safe in the streets of America. They don't want to see somebody committing crimes, assault or whatever, and getting arrested and being out of jail in the same day. I said black folks want to make money and they want to keep money in their pocket. They want to be safe.
You right, Stephen. Law-abiding black citizens want to be safe. They do not want to have these no cash bond situation going on. They kill people, they shoot people, they rob you blind, all this, and then they're out the next day no. Nobody wants to see that. Black folks, citizens, tax paying, they do not want to have criminals roaming around their neighborhoods, jacking up their cars, robbing them blind, robbing their CVS's and their Walgreens out of business. I mean, that's what's happening because of these Democrat policies, and it's happening in your community, black and brown community, our community. That's what it's happening. But the other people don't want to talk about that. So Stephen A. Smith, again, man, you treading on some real thin water when you talk about these kinds of things about black folks robbing people, robbing each other, shooting each other for crimes and all of these things. You know that this has happening, but a lot of them are not talking about it, and it is happening, and black folks is the ones losing.
That's what I said. And I also said this. I said, yo, our criminal justice system, our courts, law enforcement, that anytime we see anybody that we deem to be an individual being persecuted, where the law is being exercised against them, the heavy hand of the law, do we find that relatable to some degree? Yes. I'm lying about that? Really?
No, Stephen A., you're not lying, and they all know it. They all know the truth, but none of them have the gumption, the balls, the integrity to come out here and say exactly what you're saying. So they know you're not lying because they know that.
All I did was point it out. I am not a fan of Trump being the president. I think he will cause civil war in this country because I don't think he's going to cater to all of the American people. I think he's just going to cater to people who voted for him and who are loyal to him. And the rest of us be damned. That's how I view him. But that doesn't mean I get to close my eyes and be completely oblivious and ignorant to the stuff the Democrats are doing to lose the damn election. I said it before and I say it again. Beat him. Beat
Well,
him.
Stephen, we really do love your energy, but you know something? You're telling them to beat him, beat Trump, beat Trump. Friend, 2020 election, Biden didn't exactly beat him, just so you know. He didn't exactly beat him. And you're saying to do better, to give better to the American people. Um 2020 really didn't offer much then, and he's not offering much now. So, beating Trump, the only way Biden beat Trump is if they play the same shenanigans that they did in 2020. It's the only way he beat him.
You want to come at me? Feel free. Ain't nobody running, ain't nobody hiding. Don't have nothing to do with sports, don't have nothing to do with politics. It's got everything to do with me. I'm Stephen A, baby. I'm who the hell I am. I ain't here to make friends nor enemies. But I'm going to give you the truth as I see it. Because I'm living in this world. I'm paying taxes. I'm paying bills. I'm living life. I see some of the things that's going on. And I don't agree with everything.
Seen that, heard that, good. That Stephen A is a man's man. He full of testosterone. He full of passion. Oh, very nice. Yeah, he's got a whole lot of energy and definitely completely and totally Trump deranged. But that is where Stephen A. Smith sits on the side of the aisle. He's coming out here and he is talking some truths. He is defending himself. He is not crawling under the table. As you just saw, he said, "My name is Stephen A. and I ain't playing around." That's it. He is Stephen A. And he said, "You know where to find me. Come for me if you want to, but I'm not hiding and I'm not running and I ain't doing none of that. I'm going to stay right here and I'm going to speak the truth." And that's kind of refreshing to hear from a progressive liberal. Even though I think Stephen A might be a conservative, but hey, we'll see how that plays. Friends, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you for coming by, sharing, taking the time and listening to this. I think it's really important for us to share these kinds of things when we're coming across really goodies like this, because the closer we get to this election, the more and more and more things is going to be coming up. And so right now we've got Black folks coming out talking about Trump and you know how they would vote for him, and we've got Stephen A here talking about the policies and how failing the Democrat Party is. So there's a lot going on, and so we have to stay continually involved and engaged. So friends, I do a get together with some of the YouTubers here, a couple of us, Adam Francisco, Eat Trade Travel, Jeff Paint the Trump, and we have been coming together and doing street interviews in our local area. And so we are bringing that content to you. A lot of it you won't see on here, but I do post it in my membership space. So if you're not a member and you want to be able to see these things, I welcome you. It's great. You get to see me, out in the street doing the work, and you get to see other YouTubers as well. So, again, that's really offered in the membership. So those are the perks for my membership. It's only $4.99, I believe, and it really does help me out in doing what I do here on YouTube. So I thank you for your support. God bless you. God keep you. I will see you in another video.